Welcome, I am Dr. Linnea Mortis, the Director of the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning at Lincoln University. Today we are going to take a Word doc of an exam and convert it into a QTI file that we can then import into Canvas quizzes. We are going to need the following. Go ahead and Google search for the New York Tech Canvas Exam Converter or find the link in the description. I am also going to use Claude AI as my AI chatbot. Claude AI is a safer alternative to ChatGPT in terms of what happens with your data and what conversations Claude AI will engage in. We are, of course, going to need our exam or a quiz in a Word document. In my case, I have the quiz at the top of the page and I have the answer key at the bottom of the page. But you can absolutely just mark the correct answers with an asterisk in your exam. And lastly, I'm going to need, of course, my Canvas course where I will be importing. For step one, first we are going to go to Claude AI and we're going to tell it the following: to acknowledge receipt of this formatting, and then go to the Canvas Exam Converter. We're going to copy this formatting. So I'm going to start here where it says question formatting, and at the end with all of the formatting, I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to paste it into Claude, hit enter. It is acknowledging. Now I will go to my actual exam. I'm going to let Claude know that my answers are not within the test itself, but at the bottom of the test. Please convert this quiz to the format above. Notice the answer key is on the bottom. Then I'm just going to copy and paste. It is now formatting everything. I'm going to hit this copy button. Then I'm going to go back to this Canvas converter. You can name it, and then you can say how many points per question. This can always be changed later, so you don't have to worry about how many points you give it now. You do have to fill something in. I'm going to copy and paste that. I'm going to take out these instructions, and I'm going to make sure I start on the very top line here. You don't want any other information, no instructions in there, just your questions. I'm going to check for syntax errors, and it looks like no errors were found, so I can now convert this to a QTI file. There we go. That has now converted it to a QTI file. We're going to go to our course, go to the bottom to settings, and then from settings we're going to go to import course content. From there, content type, choose QTI zip file at the bottom, choose our file that we've just downloaded and open it. I can create a new question bank. It really doesn't matter at this point because it doesn't really save, so I'll just call it Doves. I am not going to select the import existing quizzes, and I'm not going to select the overwrite button here. I'm just going to now go to import, and notice that this is queued here. I'm going to wait for this to continue, or I can do something else while this is happening. Now I can go ahead and look in this quiz. Notice that this rocket ship is not filled in because this is a classic quiz. If I want this to be a new quiz, then I have to migrate it. And I'm going to do that before even looking at the quiz because I prefer the new quizzes. I'll see it here. It may take a little bit. I'm going to click on this quiz. I can change the assignment group. I can add in the points. I can assign the due date. I'm going to go to the build at the bottom right. And this This now takes me to the quiz. I can use this pencil button to add my instructions here. I can use the pencil button here for each question to change the question. I can change the points. I can even add it to a quiz bank, or I can add an institutional learning outcome, a student learning outcome, a program learning outcome to this particular question. If I want to add a learning outcome to the entire quiz, I can do that up here under the outcomes. So what I would do now is look at this quiz. I like to do the preview button to see what students will see. Okay, so now I can see what students see. Let me just answer some questions. It tells me I didn't answer everything, and it gives me a grade. Now, in our settings, we can change this because maybe if there's an essay, we don't want students to know what they got because we still have things that we need to grade. Let's exit the preview. At the very top, next to build, we're going to go to settings. Here we have many options. Shuffle the questions, shuffle the answers. We can add a time limit. We can even give them multiple attempts and take the highest score or take the last score. Hide results from students. I'm going to hide the final points from students. Show points awarded. I'm going to take that away so that now the students can't see what they've gotten, and I'm going to take away the showing them what the correct answer is. Maybe I want to use this quiz again and I don't want students cheating for the next semester and the next semester. Perhaps I want students to come see me, or I want to make the incorrect answer available after their last attempt or after a certain day. We're going to go to the top right to return. We see that it takes us back to our quizzes. Make sure that this quiz is added to your module. Go to your modules, add this quiz to your module. Go to quiz, and then I'm going to find this Doves. The classic one was the original we created, and Doves was this new quiz. Add item. The module is not published, so students cannot see anything. I'm going to publish the module. I'm going to publish all of the items so that students can see this quiz. Under student preview at the top, I am now in here as a student, so I can click on this quiz. I can begin my quiz. Now I'm in the quiz as a student. I'm going to take this quiz and I'm going to submit my answers. Now you notice that the student has a 14 possible, but we don't know what the student earned. That way, later once you've graded the essay, they can see how they've done. And let's leave the student view. Let's return using the top right button. Let's go to the SpeedGrader on the top right. I can now go and look at these and see, do I want to give any fudge points? And I can grade their essay here. So for this essay, they responded hola, which was not the answer. So I'm just going to give them a 0. Update this quiz. And now the student has received a 1 out of 14. And I can give another comment here to the student, or if I have some comments already that I keep recycling, I can use the comment feature here to recycle comments. There you go. That is it for the process of Canvas quizzes. That is it. That is it for the process of taking a Word doc to convert it for a Canvas QTI file that you can import as a Canvas quiz.